We are live at the 2012 Sun Belt Media Days down in New Orleans. I'm Dan Harrelson, and let's talk some Troy Trojan football with head football coach Larry Blakeney. Coach, how are you doing this morning?
I'm fine, Dan. How are you?
Pretty well. Well, let's talk about the 2012 upcoming season. Little disappointment last year, but it looks like you have 9 returning starters on offense and 6 on defense. Talk about that springboarding into the fall camp.
Well, certainly a disappointing year, as you mentioned, for us, and the culmination of a 3-9 is something that sort of sticks in your craw. We went right back to work in January. Our kids have responded really well. We had a great all season to this juncture, still working, and spring ball went well. We did have a couple of injuries, which Corey Johnson, wide receiver, is our second leading receiver, is one of the most critical that we probably may not see for a while in the season. But we've had really good work, had a lot of great attitude by our team and our leadership on our team, and done a lot of community service. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but that's about team attitude, and we're working right now, and our kids are in summer school for the most part, and have been through one session and getting ready to finish up the last session before we report. And I don't know how to predict. I think we're going to be better, but there's a lot of good football teams on our schedule. If you run down that schedule, although it's an in-state schedule, playing UAB in Birmingham and South Alabama and Mobile with 6 games at home, and our other travel trips are to North Texas and FAU and Knoxville, and of course, the home schedule involves Mississippi State and Navy at home, and which is a coup sort of for us, but at the same time, they're both great football teams, and we'll have to play well not only against them, but all these Sun Belt guys that have gotten so good and improved so much over the last several years.
You mentioned the in-state schools. Of course, we all know about South Alabama joining the Sun Belt Conference this year. They have a chance to really build a program being based in Mobile, have Ladd Peoples Stadium at the moment, and also UAB. Every year it seems like Troy and UAB is just a great classic football game. I think the last 4 games the home team have won, and the last 2 have basically come down to the last play. Talk about Coach McGee with UAB. Do you think that rivalry will get even tougher with him coaching there?
Well, sure. I mean, the more years you get into a rivalry, I think the stronger it gets, and there's always been great competition. UAB and Coach McGee and the other parts of the other staff members up there, I know they're going to prepare their team well, and they're going to be ready to play, and it's going to be a hot day, and we got to get ready for their best, and hopefully we'll give them our best. And I think it's a good series. I've been across the ball from Watson and Pat Sullivan, 2 close buddies, and Neil Callaway, another close buddy, and of course Garrett is a guy that we've seen last year at Arkansas. But it's a game that I think that both teams really will put a target on, and because it's opener and it's cross conference lines, and it's important in-state and recruiting and all that kind of stuff. And so I know we understand that it'll be a game that we've got to really prepare well and play well to win up there in Legionville.
Well, you mentioned leadership early on. Does that start with Corey Robinson, of course, your junior quarterback? Is he ready to go into that UAB game and just ready for this whole season? Does it start with him?
I think Corey's ready. Corey is a guy that really, even through all the downtime this past year, he really graded well in practice and played well and graded well himself, in the games. And, he's led this football team through winter program and spring ball, and this summer he's directing our guys when they go pro. Coaches can't be with them in the summer, but he's really been at Troy 4 years, and he's a gray shirt, red shirt junior. trusted us on the front end, and it's worked out for him. And he's really a fine football player. Can really got a great throwing stroke, and he knows this offense inside and out, and he's applied his leadership to this football team from not only from the offensive side, but in total. And we got some other older guys that have done the same.
Well, I guess the last question for you, Coach, since I know you have to get going with all the other media members there, just talk about the Sun Belt in general, maybe 1 or 2 years down the road from now. Arkansas State obviously will be better with Coach Gus Malzahn. South Alabama, like we mentioned, with Coach Joey Jones entering the league. Just talk about the Sun Belt. Is this the best you've ever seen it?
Well, I think so. I mean, I've watched it evolve and develop, and I've seen a lot of investment in football at Sun Belt schools. I've seen cross-conference line rivalries and wins, and our percentage is getting better. You're a lot of great coaches, as you mentioned, in this league, and some of the new ones even up that standard. I really think, though, that the Sun Belt Conference and the leadership, Wright Water did a great job for a long time, and kudos to him and thanks to him. I think Carl Benson is a guy that can take over here and run with these reins and make this league even better. And that's why we're here today to talk about it and try to project it and out there to the people and through you guys and looking forward to the season.
Well, Coach, you're a class act, and good luck this season with your Troy Trojans, and hopefully you can get back into a bowl game.